ring. I feel like it'll be a little entertaining. I don't know how long he's gonna last in with these big shots coming at him, but hey, we only time will tell. You know, I'm not here to hype that shit. Not even my business. That's somebody else fish to fry.
Yeah.
You know, I got my own fish to fry.
Terence Crawford is not going to do anything to Canelo Alvarez. Terence Crawford, yes, he's good. He's a 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed, but he couldn't even hurt Majimov.
Is that they think that Canelo is easy work because of the fact that he's flat-footed and he just kind of like, he does basic, I would say. He has basic skills, but he's really good at those basic fundamental skills.
Jermell Charlo breaks down why he believes Canelo Alvarez will beat Terence Crawford. He explains that the key factor is how long Crawford can withstand the heavy shots coming his way. Charlo points out that Crawford is already moving up in weight classes to face Canelo, which makes the challenge even tougher. According to him, the fight will come down to how well Crawford manages Canelo's strength and pressure over the course of the bout. Analysts argue that Crawford could not seriously hurt Israel Madrimov, who is not even close to Canelo's level. While Crawford's performance against Errol Spence was outstanding, the challenge here is completely different. Canelo is a legendary fighter, more active in recent years, and also younger, making him a tougher and greater opponent for Bud.
10-0. They never got in the ring with anything like a Terence Crawford. They never got in the ring with a former champion, with an elite fighter. And he couldn't hurt. He couldn't hurt Majimov. Canelo Alvarez is no Earl Spence, ladies and gentlemen. I know that some of y'all are hyped because what Terence Crawford did an incredible performance and an incredible job versus Earl the True Spence that was supposed to be the big fish. Like he turned the big fish into tuna fish on your outline, on your local supermarket. But Canelo Alvarez is not Earl Spence, my brothers. Canelo Alvarez is not Amir Khan. Canelo Alvarez is not Kell Brook. Canelo Alvarez is not Gamboa. Canelo Alvarez is not Felix Diaz. Canelo Alvarez is not Sean Porter. Canelo Alvarez is none of those guys, ladies and gentlemen. Canelo Alvarez is none of those guys. Canelo Alvarez is not the Mean Machine. Canelo Alvarez is Canelo Alvarez, regarded as one of the greats, and not just the Mexican greats. I don't like how y'all try to put it. Oh no, he's the best Mexican, just because you don't want to say that he's one of the greatest that ever laced him up. Canelo Alvarez is one of the greatest that ever laced him up. Has carried the sport of boxing on his shoulder. And let me say it like this: leading up to the fight, Canelo Alvarez is more active than Terence Crawford. Canelo Alvarez is more seasoned than Canelo Alvarez is more seasoned than Terence Crawford. He's younger than Terence Crawford. He's more active than Terence Crawford. His resume is better than Terence Crawford. The people that he's fought is better than Terence Crawford. He's fought every damn style. He's fought the best Russians at the time with Kovalev. He fought the best Asian in Kazakhstan and Triple G.
Kell Brook explains that he favors Canelo Alvarez in a matchup with Terence Crawford because Canelo is a completely different type of fighter compared to anyone Crawford has ever faced. Brook highlights that while Crawford's victory over Errol Spence was impressive, it does not prepare him for what Canelo brings to the table. Canelo's strength, experience, and ability to control fights at higher weight classes set him apart from Spence and others. Brook believes Crawford has never faced an opponent with Canelo's combination of skill, power, and ring intelligence, which makes this fight one of the toughest challenges of his career.
You've got to sway towards Canelo. Crawford's going to have to, move up, and, I knew when I boxed Golovkin, there's a big difference, especially with someone that, fighting a middleweight, a mediocre world champion's okay. But when you're fighting someone like, Canelo or Golovkin, it's a different kettle of fish, I have to lean towards Canelo, but, Crawford's very, very, very good.
You think Crawford's still got the legs? Obviously, he's very much got great IQ in the ring, but he's very much a good mover as well. Do you feel like he's still got the legs to be maybe out-moving Canelo if he needs to?
Well, I don't know. I think when we look back at Mayweather when he beat Canelo, he's a mover. Crawford's not really like Mayweather in that aspect. He's more. He kind of sets his feet. He's cute with how he approaches. chucking shots and moving. You know what I mean? I think it's a different fight to Mayweather, and Canelo's obviously a different fighter from when he boxed Mayweather.
Many analysts are stressing that Terence Crawford may simply be too small to hurt Canelo Alvarez effectively, since he is jumping up nearly 3 weight classes with limited experience at 154. They compare this to Floyd Mayweather, who fought multiple elite names before facing Canelo, while Crawford has only fought Madrimov at that level. Gabe Rosado adds that when fighters are used to opponents with real power at higher weights, the shots from smaller divisions do not carry the same effect. This raises questions about how Crawford will handle Canelo's strength and durability.
I think that Crawford may be too small to really impact and hurt Canelo Alvarez. He's moving up pretty much 3 weight classes, which is exactly what I said. I'm not counting 154. He had 1 fight, bro. He had 1 fight. Floyd Mayweather got more fights at 54 than Terence Crawford. Boop. Because Crawford, he fought Madrimov. Floyd fought De La Hoya, Cotto, and then he fought Canelo at 152. So you had an aging Floyd who fought more times at the higher weight class, and Bud looks to be a bigger dude than Floyd Mayweather, right? So when Floyd was 37, he moved to 52 and fought a much bigger Canelo. Crawford's 37, he fighting Madrimov with 11 fights. Not the same. It's not. I don't care what y'all talking about. The Bud Buddy's just gonna have to be mad at me because truth is truth. So that's a valid question. And again, I'll be glad when this fight's over. Put it that way. I don't care who wins. May the best man win. I hope it's a double knockout. I already told y'all. Just because I'm just over it, and I want to get back to some of the other fights. There's other fights that are interesting and they make more sense, like Brian Norman, Devin Haney. I'm interested in Yard versus Benavidez, etc. There's some fights we're hearing about, blah blah blah. So I'll be glad when this is over, to be 100% honest. There's more fights that actually fans have been requesting that matter, blah blah blah. But Rosado, he brought up a lot of good points. He was saying Crawford, he thinks he's too small, and he even gave his own personal experience. He said, like, I'm like 180, 190 solid, and when I fight guys that are welterweights, even if they crack and they're known for being like menacing, murderous punchers at the lower weight classes, 140, 147, them moving up, it feel like pillows when they fight me. When I get hit with their punches, it feel like pillows because I'm used to getting hit by triple, right? He used to Triple G work. He used to Lemieux work. So to me, this is kind of common sense, but common sense ain't that common, right?
The night Crawford faced Errol Spence is remembered as one of the most complete and dominant performances in boxing history. Crawford showcased every aspect of his skill set: speed, accuracy, timing, defense, and finishing ability. He broke down a fighter who was previously considered one of the best welterweights in the world and made it look effortless. For many, it was the night Crawford secured his place as one of the greatest fighters of his generation. Now, his training partners insist that he looks even better than he did during that fight. They note that his speed remains sharp, his reflexes are intact, and his conditioning is at its peak. Despite being older now, Crawford appears to have refined his approach and sharpened his focus even more. Those who have witnessed his recent preparation believe he is in the best form of his career. That confidence could be the edge he needs against an opponent as dangerous as Canelo.
Crawford gonna be able to take Canelo's punches, and is Canelo gonna be skilled enough to not keep on getting banged up by Crawford and his craftiness? It's like, the battle of two greats, you know what I mean? So I believe that Canelo, you really see him, when you see him fight, he almost like got a one-way of style, and it works for him. He likes to get in there and bang you up. He likes to throw hard punches. He likes to break you down. He likes to hit you everywhere. You're gonna hit in your body, your arms, the forehead, the ear, the neck. Wherever he can land a good one, he's gonna land it. And that usually breaks him down. So with some fighters, I see is that they think that Canelo is easy work because of the fact that he's flat-footed and he just kind of like, he does basic, I would say. He has basic skills, but he's really good at those basic fundamental skills. He does everything almost like perfect. But yeah, he's flat-footed, but you got to realize that he also has hell of a head movement and body movement. He understands and he's perfected at rolling with the punch.